What's up, guys? Some trades from today. Took it pretty easy. Went 3 for 3. I was pretty happy with my trading. Usually, first day of the week, I struggle a little bit. I try to dip my feet in the water, kind of feel things out, see how you know things are going. But typically, I overtrade because I'm eager to get after it, and the setups aren't fresh in my head, and I need a little reminder that this thing is not easy. But today, I proved myself wrong, and I actually did pretty well. Took some base hits. Traded only zero. I guess I traded Apple, which was a Friday expiration, but two SPY 0 days. Definitely left a lot on the table, but with this kind of chop, I was selling for quick gains. I wasn't really looking for any 100%. I wasn't trying to catch any trend. I was just a little bit of that move to profit off of. So let's get into it. And I did record these trades. I'm gonna. I know I said that Dropboxing. I'm gonna try to find a way. Because I recorded the first two. I didn't record the Apple one, but I recorded the first two, kind of talked through it, started the recording right as I entered, and turned off the recording as I exited. So I'm gonna try to find a way to get those to you guys. I did post them in my Discord, both of them, yeah. So let's get into it. First trade was pretty simple. It was this 380 support. 380 has been a huge level for us, and I liked this 3-minute tweezer bottom. Computer's lagging a little bit. We had this 3-minute tweezer bottom, or at least we don't want to call it tweezer, a huge hammer right here. So I was like, all right, 380 is holding pretty strong. We got some large volume coming at 8 a.m. I also like that it was 8 a.m. Usually I look for those intervals. It would be 8, 8:30, 9, 9:30, something like that. Came in right at 380. 380. I entered, I want to say around 380.35. It was on this candle right here. And my stop loss was pretty straightforward. It was candle close below 380. So I had a good risk reward. Honestly, I was just targeting I was targeting 381.1, and that's pretty much where I sold. So you can see I left a lot on the table, but I got around 35% on these cons, if not more. So I was pretty happy with it. It was just this big hammer right here that I caught. That's all you need. Obviously, I probably should have held for longer, or at least kept some runners, but I was kind of in a start the Monday, I guess Tuesday, pretty much Monday, start the week off on a high note, take my profits, and yeah, that's about it. So that was the first trade of the day. Second trade came on SPY once again. It was another pretty straightforward setup, and I was actually eyeing this 15 minute. This is why it's very important to be changing out your intervals. So I'm looking at the 3 minute, I'm looking at the 5 minute, I'm looking at the 15 minute, I'm looking at the 30 minute. I'm looking at all of them because there's always going to be a setup somewhere on there. So this 15 minute, it was this very bearish engulfing candle right here at 10:15, and we were rejecting this 383 resistance. So I saw this 15-minute candle, and I was like, all right, this is probably going to dump off a little bit more. So we did have this inverse hammer right here, but I really wasn't that worried about it. And pretty much what I was targeting was this 382 support right here. And we actually broke down below it real quick, but I sold before that. I entered right at the EMAs, so I have these EMAs right here. Yeah. And I entered right at that 9 EMA. I waited for that little retest, got in. Stop loss was a candle close above that EMA, and I sold right at the end of this candle. So right at that 381.85 mark. Was out for a quick 15-20% on puts, 0 days. I was pretty happy with the trade. It worked exactly how I wanted. I thought I was going to leave a little more on the table once this broke down. I was like, oh crap, this is really going to bleed out, but it ended up being a fake out. So I was pretty happy with that, to be honest. It let me know that I didn't leave too much on the table. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Entered at the EMA, sold support. And my last trade of the day was on Apple. This was probably my favorite trade because it was such a clean setup that kind of faked out, but I got my move. So I was trading this based off of, yeah, right here. I had this trend line drawn. I had this rising wedge on Apple on the 5 minute, and I had this candle closing right below at 11:45, and actually gave a perfect retest, and I got in right at 130. My stop loss was candle closed above 130, and I was targeting the fibs here. This was one of those setups where I was like, again, I didn't want too big of a move. I was looking for a quick breakdown of the fibs, and that's literally to the penny exactly what I got, 129.63. And I sold as soon as we touched this 50% fib. I had my finger on the sell button. We touched the fib. I sold. We bounced right back off, and I was like, oh, thank God. Because if I didn't sell, well, then we have a tweezer bottom, and then boom, those contracts are in the dust. So I was very happy with this trade because for me, it was exactly how I played out. I wanted a retest and sell at the fibs and literally to the penny. That's how it worked. So overall, it was a great day for me. I got three setups that worked perfectly in my favor. Um, all my trade plans worked exactly to what I wanted them to. So that is something I cannot complain about. Obviously, didn't catch any massive moves. I didn't size in as heavy as I would want to, but it was a very choppy day, so I didn't need to. So yeah, that's it for me. 3 for 3, 2 on spot, 1 on Apple. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.